Hello, I'm ABX Toycat and welcome back to another top 5 video. Today we'll be going through the top 5 most overpowered items in Minecraft. So a lot of items in Minecraft were built with single player in mind, and that means you get some really cool items, but when it comes to multiplayer, those same items just get insanely overpowered because when used against other players, they kind of break the game. And I figured I would show you these 5 most powerful items for the first purpose of just showing you what they are so you can use them if you want to while they still aren't being nerfed. And second of all, if your friends are using them, I figured I'd teach you some counters so you can kind of use this both ways. And I'd very much appreciate a like on the video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me want to see more stuff like this. Anyway, let's get straight into the video, shall we? With number 5 on the list. So, number 5 most overpowered item in Minecraft has to be the Splash Potion of Poison thing. So, the only reason that this isn't, much more powerful is because Splash Potions in general suck. And if you know what I mean, if you really try and throw this, you'll get like 5 or 6 blocks of it, as you can see right there. That's as far as you can really throw the potion, and that means that it's really limited as a close range tool, and you need to get out of that engagement if you're going to use one of these. But why are they so bad even if you do hit someone then? Because you might be like, oh, poison, that's not so bad. So poison is actually horrendous because if you have a splash potion with extended time, so a poison 2 with 45 seconds or a poison with 1 minute and a half, it basically means that for the entire duration of the potion, so if you don't know just how fast it goes down, this fast, the entire duration of the potion, they can't heal anywhere above half a heart of health. So that means that they're sitting there at the bare minimum, meaning a single hit of your fist will kill them. That means that a single arrow from any bow at any range will kill them. A single hit, just basically anything can kill them. They can die from full damage. And the reason this is so overpowered and deadly is because if you leave someone in this state, it basically means all you have to do is run away, wait for the poison to finish them, then come back in and do literally anything. Even if they outclass you in every way, it's still possible to do that. So yeah, basically I think it's overpowered because of the fact that it's like a fire and forget thing. You fire it, you make sure they're poisoned, then you come back later and you can kill them in the easiest way, and it's very frustrating for the person it happens to because there's only one counter and it's a bucket of milk, and most people don't carry buckets of milk around with them. So yeah, that is why the potion of poison or the flash potion of poison has to be number 5. Number 4 on the list has to be the ender pearl. So the ender pearl is an item that I would probably put higher on this list because I do think it's the most effective item for any PvP, but it does take a lot of skill to use, so it's not so overpowered. But the reason ender pearl is so powerful is because they can be spammed as much as you humanly want to and take you from place to place, doing some really cool stuff. So for instance, if I want to be like, well, there's a chest over there, but I want to get it and then come back here, what you can actually do is if you fire the ender pearl, then you fire one in the air, I can go into the chest, I can be like, oh, I do want that wheat, and then you can come back. That's just a cool use for it, but you can use this in much more powerful ways, because imagine if that chest was actually, another person. You can go in there, you can harass them with your sword, and then before they've looked, you're back at your island, and stuff like that. You can do just amazing things in Ender Pearl. Imagine you're in a, you're in a PvP fight, you realize you're losing, Ender Pearl away, and then you're gone. There's no way they can get back to you without their Ender Pearl of their own. Imagine someone's chasing away from you. You have an Ender Pearl, you can run in front of them, they're dead. Basically, Ender Pearls allow you to be anywhere you want to be, if you know how to use them right, and that is such a deadly thing. In any game, positioning is important. In this game, it's quite important, and being able to be wherever you want to be within reason is just insane, and that's why the ender pearl has to be number 4 on the list. Although I think the nerf they're doing on the PC is quite fair because they're making it so there's a cooldown between firing it, and that sounds about right to stop you from 1, hurting yourself, and 2, to stop the whole thing being crazy. But yeah, I think it's generally well enough balanced because you have to be skilled to use it, but it still is insanely powerful, and if you have ender pearls, you win. There's no real counter to ender pearls, just have them, and then if your opponent has them, you can kind of match them. So yeah, that is the ender pearl, number 4 most overpowered item in Minecraft. Number 3 has to be the potion of invisibility. So the reason this is number 3 on the list is because of the fact that to a reasonably well-versed player, it's just about easy enough to see what's coming from here. But if there's a really cool strategy where if you just drink an invisibility potion, take off any armor, you basically are invisible. There's a little splash that appears like every second or so, which means that you can just about be spotted. But, using the right tactics of this, you can just slaughter people and they have no idea where you've come from. So, yeah, just imagine there's someone around that corner where you can be like, okay, let's wait, go back around. Okay, there's still someone there. Okay, go back around, and they've turned around, and then go in for the back and slaughter them. I think it's really fun, and that's why I think it should be left in the game in its current form, but I do think that maybe the sparkle should be increased, or maybe at the very least, it should require invisibility 2 to, have the current level of sparkles, and invisibility 1 should just be kind of like translucent or something. I don't know, I think the potion of invisibility is really cool but it does come with a lot of downsides, yeah, and I think it's almost balanced. I think it just needs a little bit of working, because being killed by someone who's invisible and you literally cannot see can be really painful and annoying for a lot of people. So yeah, that's the potion of invisibility. Fortunately, a lot of people don't use it in PvP because it takes like a golden carrot and all that sort of stuff, so you know, it doesn't get seen that often, but when it does, it's kind of broken. So I think I'll just leave it on for a little bit, because we're moving on to number 2 here. So the number 2 most overpowered item in the game is Protection 4. So Protection is overpowered, not necessarily, okay, actually quite necessarily by itself, but also when you consider it that, you know, armor has several enchantments that have protection attached to them. There's projectile protection, there's blast protection, there's all these protections, then there's regular protection, which covers all of those and more. But that's right, when you have protection armor on, it covers you against physical attacks, it covers you against range attacks, it covers you against, you know, just all these different types of damage. And the reason that this is so amazingly powerful is because if you have a full set of Protection 4 armor, you can actually have an extra 80% resistance, which means if you have Diamond armor with Protection 4, you take 1/25 of the normal damage. And this is just so ridiculously unfair if you think about it, because it means if someone doesn't also have Protection 4 armor, no matter what weapon you have and what weapon they have, you will almost certainly win that fight. If someone has a Diamond sword and you're just using your fists as someone with Diamond armor, you will win that fight by a massive amount too. They're going to be doing next to nothing to you while you do all of this. Just to put this in perspective, this is me with Protection 4 armor on. I'm going to now fire a bow with power 5, which is almost enough to kill someone in one hit. I think it actually is just enough to kill someone in one hit if you do it just right. And if I hit myself with this, look how much... Okay, I missed that right there. But if I hit myself, you'll see just how ridiculous this is, because this is the most powerful tool you can get for killing people at a distance. And boom, it does half a heart of damage to me. So you need 20 people with these bows to hit at once, or you need to, like, you know, hit and then cool down and hit. And bear in mind, the whole time that, you know, the Juggernaut with their Protection 4 armor can heal up. So yeah, the only way to really fight this armor is with more armor. And it means you end up in a situation where it takes literally, you know, like 20, 30, 40 hits to kill someone, and it's like that just seems ridiculous. So yeah, that's why I think Protection 4 is overpowered. It takes a lot to get, but I think it just needs to be rolled back. I think on the PC version they're going to be nerfing it a little bit, and that's something I think just is kind of needed at this point. So yeah, Protection 4 is Protection 4 is number 2. But what is number 1 on the list? What is the most overpowered item in the game? To me, it has to be the Enchanted Golden Apple. So again, this is something they're trying to touch up on the PC, but if you don't know what it does a bunch of different things all at once. So I'll just eat one and show you. First of all, it gives you 2 extra hearts. So this means instead of 20 hearts, you have 24 hearts. Combine that with anything else here, and you've got a big lead. Second of all, it gives you, you know, fire resistance, so that no fire can kill you for the next 4 minutes 50. Next up, it gives you regeneration for just 30 seconds, but it gives you max regeneration. So if you're at the very bottom of your health bar, you can go from half a heart to 20, half a heart to 12 full hearts, all the way in the span of just a few seconds, because this gives you a full 30 seconds regeneration. So that means you'll get all the way up to top health, then you can go into a fight, and you'll be regenerating so fast they can't do anything. Not only that, but you also have resistance, which actually stacks with all the other, you know, like it stacks with protection, meaning that gives you an extra 20% damage resistance against everything, which means that, you know, if you're just like, okay, 96%, that's not enough, let's take that up to 97%, and that's what resistance does. Even if you just have, you know, nothing on, it gives you 20% resistance to damage, which combined with your regeneration is just insane. Then pair that with fire resistance, which means that nothing fire-based can really do anything to you, because it's the potion form where, you know, you just don't take anything. You can jump in lava, no issue. You can get hit by flaming arrows, no issue. And it's just insane, all of what it does. And it's just about fair and survival, where you need to get 8 gold blocks, which means, you know, about an hour of work to get this thing. But in multiplayer, where you'll just randomly get it from chests and stuff, this is just the win item. If you get this with anything good, like even just a sword, like if I'm just going to run around my stuff in a potion, it's going to work just fine, because regeneration for 30 seconds, plus fire resistance and absorption is just insane on so many levels. So yeah, that is the Enchanted Golden Apple. If you want to guarantee a win and you're playing a game mode which isn't based in survival, just go ahead, get yourself one of these, and you'll see the magic of it. If you've ever used one of these, you've experienced just how it, like, you know, in a close fight, sometimes the Enchanted Golden Apple just turns it into, oh, now I can do whatever I want. That's awesome. And I've seen this firsthand. That's why I think it's the most overpowered item. It is definitely going to be fixed. It kind of needed to be fixed, and I kind of looking forward to that, because, you know, if someone was a Golden Apple, I'm like, oh, okay, then that's fair. So yeah, way to counter the Golden Apple is to run away for 5 minutes and then come back. So I hope you did all enjoy this video. If you did like it, please do like it and let me know. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them all daily on your homepage. Thank you all for watching, have a nice day, and goodbye.